Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome to a new Let's Play of Princess X. My fiancée is a monster girl. The game is actually a bit low, so I'm probably gonna bump this up for you guys. I was expecting like an opening, but I guess that only happens for games that are a lot newer. This game came out in 2011, I believe, but it came out in English in 2017. First things first though, let's get this out of the way. I paid this game $35. Yes, you heard that right. This game is not on Steam. I don't know if this game is ever on sale, but I paid full price for this. Compared to Venus But Frontier, which is only $10 on Steam, because I'm in Indonesia, and Indonesia usually changes prices depending on which region you're at. And since I think like our country's like currency is just so weak compared to everywhere else, the price of most games are actually a lot cheaper. I am just gonna say this flat out. I don't think this is gonna be worth more than Venus But Frontier. I read through the description on VNDB and it said that I'm just a regular old high school guy, and suddenly my dad called me, and then suddenly I'm engaged to these like monster girls, and I'm also living with my two sisters. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Clearly this is blatantly nukige. I have to say, this game is also at 600 or 800 times 600p. So it's pretty low resolution. I would play this on full screen, but it doesn't have virtual full screen, so it kind of forces your aspect ratio to become 600 by 800. So that's why I'm actually playing this on windowed. But yeah, with that out of the way, this is actually what we got on the RNG roll for the spin. Whoever you are that recommended Princess X, hope you're happy. Oh my god. I don't think this is gonna be worth the money, but it might surprise me, who knows. So without further ado, I've already changed the options yesterday when I like download the game. But yeah. Let's start, shall we? Did I say I came back from the gym, by the way? I meant I came back from work and ate some food. Sorry. Force of habit. Right now it's 5:40 p.m. I hope the game is not too loud. A kiss. With just one kiss, a frog might turn into a prince. I kinda need to change the... how fast the text settings are here. Wait, what the... oh, I was gonna say, they don't have text speed settings? Yeah, that seems good. Text opacity... yeah, seems good. And supposedly this is this girl. I don't know why they default to 50% on the voices. I actually bumped the voices to 100% here. I don't know why that's at 50%, but I guess that's actually not that bad. So we'll stick with that. Or a corpse into a princess. I hope my, like, cursor isn't bothering you guys. I have OBS to set to not capture my cursor, but it's still capturing it because it changes the cursor in the game. What I could do, I guess, is just use my keyboard to press enter instead of my mouse. So let's do that. They might live happily ever after. Then again, they might not. Oh, and by the way, yesterday is when I put up the video for the update about it's a good time for people to actually pledge on the Patreon if they want me to get their votes. That actually worked quite well. I got 3 new patrons. Thank you for that. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until a week after I post those update videos before I start picking which patron is gonna win. So the way I pick the patron is also gonna be RNG. Like, I'm gonna have a list of all the patrons that are currently pledged right now for the month. So even if you unpledge after you pledge for the month, you are still eligible because you basically have a month of the pledge, right? So yeah, I'm gonna choose it in about 5 more days. And if you do get picked, I'm gonna direct message you on Patreon and ask what visual novel you want me to let's play.
指切り弦マン嘘ついたら針千本のます指切った
I know in an instant, this is... a dream. A dream of long ago. Yeah, the game is actually a lot lower than me. I'm actually gonna bump up the music too. It's actually pretty low, there we go. I think that's a good balance. Maybe I need to even like lower my voice. But I think usually this is how my voice usually is like. Nah, I think I'm gonna keep my voice like this. No, maybe, I don't know. Do I just make the game louder? I don't want to burst you guys' eardrums, but I guess it won't, hopefully. Of more than 10 years ago, when I was a child.
いい約束だからね絶対なんだよ新一はね
I thought I heard Shinichiro.
私と結婚するんだよ
Yeah, I got it. A childish promise. As a child, I didn't even understand the weight of the word marriage. Much less.
これで私たちはいい名付けだよ
That was the first time I'd even heard the word fiancé. At that age, girls are normally better informed and more mature than boys. But obviously, boys don't want to acknowledge that. And so... Okay, we're fancies, I promise. I agreed without understanding. I don't think that was actually a typo. I think that's just trying to make Shinichi like say that he doesn't fucking understand what the hell fiancés are. So he fumbled the word. That was quite childish as well.
指切り弦マン嘘ついたら針千本のます指切った
This is a memory from when I was little. From long ago. More than 10 years ago. So long ago. Is 2011 the time when there were a lot of Monster Girl animes? I know there were like 2 Monster Girl animes when I was still in high school. So... No, 2011 was when I was in freaking middle school. I don't think they were quite that popular just yet.
せーの大きいよ
Okay, that was kinda loud, but it should be okay. It's not like going to the red like my voice, so I think it's actually peaking quite well. My voice is actually still a bit louder, but that's usually normal, right? A sudden impact rips me from my slumber. Thanks to my 2 younger sisters, this has become my regular wake-up call.
兄ちゃん起きろ
Okay, this is the first time I actually saw their sprite, because on the cover they don't show the little sisters. I don't know whether or not we're gonna be banging them, but they look pretty illegal to me. Shut up! I'm up! I'm awake already! Ow, ow, ow! Jeez, what a rude awakening. Don't rip the covers off when you wake me up. How many times have I told you? Every time they rip the covers off, the force pulls me out of bed. I land on the floor, hard. I keep telling them to stop, but to no avail. I'm not gonna take any excuses this morning. I'm always telling you to stop. Why can't you wake me up without ripping the covers off?
だって
I wonder if there's a way for me to change the font color to black. I feel like the white is actually making me not able to look at their names quite well.
勇気が朝立ち見たいって言うんだもん
Excuse me? Jumping straight to it, huh? No time wasted. This first episode is gonna have an H scene, isn't it? She wants to see what?
だから勇気が嘘だよ兄ちゃん私じゃないもん
Didn't she say it's morning? But I guess I misheard. Maybe it's like it's actually not true. Doesn't make sense for her to actually just talk about the time of day.
勇気が兄ちゃんのぼっちしたチンコ見たいって言うんだもん男の人って毎朝ぼっちするんでしょ起こすついでに見せてもらおうと思って
Is she supposed to have like a short tongue? That's why she's not able to say the like R word.
違うもん勇気じゃないもんそりゃ見たいとは言ったけれど
I feel like I'm putting way too much brain power into like a story that's not gonna have too much thinking.
でもやろうって言ったのはさきちゃんだもん勇気やめようって言ったんだもんやだいい子ぶっちゃってぼっちチンコ見たいくせに違うもんチンコ見たくなんかないもん
Will you both cut it out? They have pretty annoying voices, by the way, but that's probably intentional. Girls shouldn't go on like this about penis this and penis that. And it's erect, not elect. Get it straight.
オッケーちょっと待ってぼっきっと
Did she say bochi before?
ぼっきっと
You don't need to take notes. Whatever. Get yourselves ready. I'll make breakfast. Well, that was more or less the usual. This is a typical morning at our house. My boisterous little sisters wake me up. I make breakfast for the three of us, and then after eating, we go to school. That's a fairly nice house. I don't think most houses in Japan actually has a front gate like that. We're heading out.
できますナイス
Morning in the Mikuriya house. We said our goodbyes out of habit, but there was nobody else in the house to hear. Our parents are working overseas, leaving just us three living here together. It's not really lonely. It's been like this since we were kids, so we got used to living without our parents around. So this whole routine is just the usual, unremarkable, totally commonplace. An utterly ordinary morning.
兄ちゃん今朝のご飯美味しくなかったよあの干物山田屋で買ったでしょあそこの美味しくないって言ったじゃん
Don't be so spoiled. It was cheap. 150 yen for 3. Wait, 150 yen for 3 fish? Is that pretty cheap? Oh, dried fish. I don't know how, like, big the dried fish could be. But freaking 50 yen for a one? What the hell?
ねえもう
You complain too much. Look at Yuki. She never complains about the food.
勇気は別に勇気は兄ちゃんの作ったご飯ならなんだって美味しいもの
See? Follow Yuki's example. God, I'm already imagining like banging these two in like one of the routes. Damn you, Nukiges! You've ruined my innocent mind.
勇気あんたがそうやって甘やかすから
We chat as we walk down the road to school. The town spreads out around us, the same familiar scenery as always. It's a little like one of those towns you see in manga, with such unremarkable locations that you can't really tell where it is. For example, until around elementary school, I thought that this town was a setting of Dorashmon and Samk-san. Samk-san? Huh. I don't know who that's supposed to reference. Doraemon is pretty easy, but who the hell is that one? That's the kind of quiet town it is. The town is normalcy itself. Within that town, our house is neither in the middle nor on the edge, but very normally situated. a ready-made, middle-of-the-road, perfectly unspectacular residence. I don't know, you kind of look like you have a pretty decently rich house. You know, decently built house. I live in an ordinary house in an ordinary town. I'm the picture of an ordinary schoolboy. About the only extraordinary things about me.
でも残念。今朝のぼっちチンコ見れなかった。さきちゃん、ぼっちじゃなくてぼっきだってば。
Yeah, she did say Bochi. Are my sisters. They're 5 years younger than me. Man, you better not bang these guys. On the left, Saki. And on the right, Yuki. The noisier one is Saki. The comparatively quiet one is Yuki. That's comparatively quiet. One way or another, they're both pretty loud. My lively little sisters are the only unusual thing in my life. Well, actually, maybe little sisters are always like this. When they're 5 years younger than their brother, that would make me completely and utterly ordinary. So to summarize, I, an ordinary boy, the son of ordinary parents. It's getting pretty annoying, my boy. In an ordinary town at 8:16 a.m. on an ordinary morning, I'm heading to school along an ordinary road.
そろそろ来るんじゃないかな。そろそろ来るかもしれないよね。
What are you talking about?
ミークリアー。ほら、来たー。さきたー。
Typical childhood friend? Question mark?
あんた遅い。時計見なさいよ。もう15分過ぎてるわよ。もっと早く家を出ないとダメじゃないの。また遅刻して先生に叱られるわよ。
I kind of like how she looks. I don't like her voice though. Her voice is a bit too old, if that makes sense. I know that, but I can't help it. I'm busy in the mornings. I have to make breakfast for these two, for one thing.
妹のせいにしてるんじゃない。
This girl is Nishi. Mayuko Nishi. She's in my class. I guess you could call her my childhood friend. Yep. Ticking all the checkboxes here for every girl in the harem. Our houses are close, and we went to the same elementary and middle schools too. We were usually in the same class. She's one of my few female friends. I don't interact with many girls beyond my sisters.
このバーカ。
But as you can see, we don't get along all that well.
まったくもう。あんた待ってたせいで私まで遅刻したらどうすんのよ。
I didn't exactly tell you to wait.
うっさいバカ。このミクリア。
What did I do to deserve that?
私はね、空気委員としてわざわざ見張ってやってんの。遅刻ばっかりしてるあんたをね。
God, you're gonna piss me off, aren't you, Mayuko?
ちゃんと感謝なさいよ。
What about this should I be grateful for? She's always been like this. Since elementary school, she's always been angry. She was always calling me an idiot, and sometimes hitting me too. I actually have a friend when I was in high school that was a bit too touchy-feely. Not like as in just like hugging you or stuff like that, but actually like punch you and shit. I don't know. I don't think guys actually do that to each other a lot, so when a girl actually did that to me, I was like, holy shit, you're more masculine than most guys that I know. It made me super uncomfortable. She's on the Public Morals Committee now, but really, this girl, she's more like a bully. Second grade was especially bad. She called me over to her house and made me wear girls' clothes. What the fuck? And beat me up just for talking to other girls. Yeah. And was pretty much a complete tyrant. Yeah, she probably likes us, but man, if you're gonna do that to someone that you like, you have issues. People might say this is the typical tsundere trope, Azai. We like them. Fuck you. No, they're annoying. It got so bad, I even called in to a TV advice program. I was really troubled, but for some reason, the counselor just kept grinning at me. Yeah, I don't know about that, counselor. I feel like you should actually counsel this kid. That really wounded my young heart.
ほらミクリア、行くわよ。
Okay. Man, I'm not gonna like Shinichi, am I? He's kinda giving me the beta male vibes. Probably even worse than Messiah. This girl is the reason I have trouble with women. I don't know many girls aside from my sisters and Nishi, but that is completely Nishi's fault. I don't know why that's actually not in one sentence. Nishi's bullying engraved upon my young psyche one simple equation. Girls equals scary. I still have trouble with them now.
ところでまゆこちゃん、その荷物、例のものじゃねえんでげすかい？
I don't know why she's talking like that. What goods?
そうよ。ほらあなたたちお弁当。
やったー！
Bentos? Why?
昨日買い物してたら偶然さきちゃんたちに会ってね。あんたの料理が下手なせいで最近ろくなもの食べてないって言うじゃない？
What have you two been telling people behind my back?
へへへごはんごはんゆうきは見てないの？ゆうき兄ちゃんのご飯大好きだよ。
で、ろくなもの食べてないんじゃかわいそうと思って私が一肌脱ぐってことになったわけ。ああ、料理の下手なお兄ちゃんでかわいそうに。
Shut up.
ほら、あんたの分も。
Huh? For me? Yeah, you're not like what's the word I'm looking for? You're not making me like you, Mayuko.
そうよ。勘違いするんじゃないわよ。これはついでなんだからね。
God, I hate these tropes.
後であんたに文句言われたら鬱陶しいから、それで作ってあげたんだから。
God, she's a perfect T. I guess it is 2011 and tsunderes were probably like super booming back then. Can't really blame them too much. I wouldn't complain.
おれ
Yeah, thank you.
よーし。
ふうふう。さきたちはお弁当ゲット。まゆこちゃんはお弁当を作る口実ができた。これぞ一石二鳥。きにちゃん。
そこ静かに。
An excuse to make them.
いいからもう。ミクリアバカなんだから余計なこと気にすんじゃないの。
I get better grades than you.
ほら行くわよ。遅刻しちゃうでしょ。
Alright already. Angry again as usual. This is why I have trouble with girls. Come to think of it, didn't you two say you have a half day today?
だからお弁当お家で食べるんだ。ルンダー。見つけたぞ。
I was gonna say, am I supposed to click? The fuck?
いいや、間違いない。世にはわかる。あの者こそが世の新一。
In this ordinary town of ours, they didn't even show the scene where we actually go to school? Or, you know, like the classroom? Nothing? There is this nondescript street that cuts through the center of the nondescript townscape. Along that road, on the outskirts of town, is our school. Okay, maybe we actually just got here. My class is on the 3rd floor. Year 2, classroom D. Okay, there we go. 12:26, lunchtime. Yeah, they didn't even bother like trying to make you like learn something in class. Totally skipped.
ほら食べなさい。
I feel like this is mostly just gonna be us talking to the girls. Why are you being so pushy?
いいから。
Jeez. As soon as the lunch bell rang, Nishi came rushing over to my seat. Wait, didn't it say 12:20? I guess they have lunch at 12:30. Well, I guess back when I was in high school, lunch break was 30 minutes, but we have 2 lunch breaks. Like, most jobs nowadays have 1 hour lunch breaks, right? Apparently expecting me to run away. She grabbed my arm and pulled me over to the seat next to hers.
いいからここで食べるのよ。
I guess she wants me to eat it where she can watch. And for some reason, her face is beet red.
あんたの分はついでだから、卵焼きが特に形が悪いし、ちょっと焦げたりしてるけど。でも本当はもっと上手なんだからね。タゴにあげた分は焦げてないんだからね。わかった？文句言わずに食べるのよ。
Okay, okay. Anyway, it doesn't look like it's really burned.
そう？よかった。
As usual, I can't make sense of Nishi's expression. I really wish, like, main protagonists aren't always like this dense. I know that they they make it like this because they want you to make it into a harem, or they want the story to be a harem, but come on! She suddenly looks really relieved.
何人の顔見てんのよ。いいからさっさと食べなさい。
Right. I just don't get her.
ミクリア、どうした？
At least we got a guy friend. Hopefully more than just one. This is gonna be the gay friend, isn't it? Oh, Tsunayoshi. His full name is Tsunayoshi Takamura. He's my classmate and, like Nishi, a friend since elementary school.
見ての通りよ。お弁当食べさせてんの。
弁当？
そう、お弁当。
What I do like right off the bat, though, is the fact that I don't necessarily have to voice act a lot of narrative after every single line.
エロいな。
Okay, I was gonna say, is he gonna say Atsui? But no, he's actually saying sexy, like eroi.
は？なんでよ。
女子の弁当というのは大概エロい。朝5時起きでニヤニヤしながら料理する光景はまさにエロスそのもの。マスターベーションに匹敵するエロさ。
5時起きでニヤニヤなんかしてない。
And please don't mention masturbation in the classroom.
しかも教室で食べるだなんて。この男は私の弁当を食べる関係ですとクラス中に宣言したいのだ。動物のマーキングみたい。
He's kinda not wrong.
そう考えればある意味ミクリアに尿をかけてるのと同じこと。みんなの前で。なんというエロス。
Okay, now I get why you're not gonna be popular with the girls, Tsunayoshi.
写メ撮って投稿写真系の雑誌に送っていいか？
うるさい黙れ。ご飯時に尿とか言ってんじゃないってば。
Leave it. It's not like this is the first time Tsunayoshi has said something weird. I can't even imagine a porno mag that would accept pictures of bento. In any case, Tsunayoshi is the heir to a nearby Shinto shrine. Behind Tegusu Shrine, where he lives, there's a small forest. It used to be popular with the boys, back in elementary school, because somebody kept throwing out porno mags there. Really interesting. Tsunayoshi had to clean up those woods as part of his chores, so he wound up knowing more about sex than the rest of us. Back then, it was perfectly natural, but starting around 5th grade, he stopped fitting in with our usual conversations about sex. How to put it? He didn't show any interest in the sorts of things boys usually do. He got excited about things like this bento nonsense, stuff that normally isn't erotic at all. He definitely went wrong somewhere. Some say he overdosed on more magazines than an ordinary man looks at in a lifetime. Others believe he found a single magazine so incredible that it changed his worldview completely. Anyway, if you ask anybody in our school, you know that handsome guy with the personality problem? A sophomore, right? The good-looking guy who's really weird? Yeah, that guy. They'll definitely think of Tsunayoshi first. So, he's kind of famous around school as an eccentric, and Nishi and I have always been friends, or rather, lumped in with him.
さ、俺に構わず、その弁当を使ったエロい行為を続けてくれ。
何その言い方。 言われなくたって続けるわよ。エロくなんかないんだから。
This guy reminds me of that other guy friend that we were friends with in Shari no Kuni. I think his name is Isono.
ミクリア、あんたもぼーっとしてないでさっさと食べなさい。
Okay.
最初は卵焼きから。早く早く。さあ。
Yeah, I get it. She could at the very least let me eat at my own pace. But I keep that thought to myself. I use my chopsticks to grab a piece of egg, burned at one end, and bring it to my mouth. She's clearly trying to feed you, but I guess maybe the CG is not supposed to show that yet.
どうね、どう？
Pretty good. Yeah, the CG was clearly showing she was trying to feed us, right? But we clearly said we use our own chopsticks to get the egg. She lets out a big sigh. She seems very relieved, but it could be a mistranslation, who knows? I don't hear the voice line, so I don't know. And we don't see the original Japanese text. Which I feel like most people or most games nowadays should have that option to toggle between the text. I believe Nekopara has the toggle between Japanese, English, and also Chinese, which is pretty handy. Her expression grows suddenly peaceful, as if liberated from all this world's uncertainties. And then she turns red just as suddenly.
あ、これは勘違いするんじゃないわよ。そういうんじゃないんだからね。
Like what exactly?
これは双子たちに変なもの食べさせなくてよかったって意味のよかったなんだから。だから別にあんたの感想なんかどうでもいいんだからね。わかってる？
I got it. You didn't have to remind me.
そうわかってるんならいいわ。勘違いするんじゃないわよ。
First she tells me not to misunderstand. Then, when I tell her I do understand, she looks sort of dissatisfied. As usual, I don't get what she's thinking.
見ていて思ったんだが、
何よ。
やっぱりお前たちはエロいな。
うっさい、エロくない。ミクリア、もっと食べなさいよ。お昼休み終わっちゃうでしょ。
Yeah, I'm eating. I grab some fried chicken while Nishi yells at me. Unlike the eggs, the chicken looks good, but the taste isn't anything special.
どう？
Yeah, it's good.
よかった。
Nishi makes that relief face again. Tsunoyoshi is looking at us like he wants to say something.
あんたも喜んでるみたいだし、よかったら明日も作ってきてあげてもいいわよ。どうせ自分のついでなんだし。もちろんあんたのためじゃないんだから、双子のためなんだからね。あんたの分なんかおまけなんだから。
I couldn't possibly.
悪くない。ついででおまけって言ってるでしょ。
But
いいかな。
okay. What a hard sell. Like some sort of violent bento salesman.
なあ、西。
Okay, I was actually gonna say I was waiting for him to say Nishi, but thank God I waited.
さあ、綱吉、次にエロいって言ったらマジ殴る。
わかった。言わない。
Normally the punch comes after the warning, especially when that punch is hard into the face. Yeah, I'm not really good with people that are way too violent like this. Oh, his nose is bleeding. She definitely overdid it. Well, he did sort of have it coming. Good grief. What a day. I'm sure things can't get any stranger. Little do I know how wrong I am. Man, Yuki is actually... she's like a fucking toddler. She just like echoes what's at the end of her sister's sentence. What's going on? What's wrong? Barging into my classroom. Even though these two are 5 years below us, our schools are connected. That doesn't explain what they're doing here, of course.
いいから兄ちゃん来てマジ大変なんだってば
At home? What's going on?
いいから早く来る
Am I okay to actually just leave school like this? Hey! Don't pull me! My sisters each grab one of my arms. And they physically drag me from the room.
残り食べる
ああ、エロいからな。
こっちこっち
She's actually not bad if she actually offered to to let Tsunoyoshi finish that meal. I said don't pull! What's going on? It's still lunchtime. I have class this afternoon, you know?
だからそんな場合じゃないんだって
Well, what's going on at home then? I won't know unless you tell me. The two of them are still pestering me to go home. But they won't explain anything beyond that. I have no idea what's going on. Don't worry, Shinichi. I already read the description on VNDB, so I know what's coming.
それはねなんていうかどう説明すればいいんだろうさきちゃんもみゆきもうまく説明できないんだよわけわかんなすぎて
I'm the one who doesn't get it.
とにかく家に帰ればわかるってば大変だったんだからさきたちが家に帰ったらいきなりあんなのが
That thing? What thing? Just then.
ああ、もしもし、新一か。
Do you even have a fucking sprite, Dad? Dad? Since work took him abroad 3 years ago, he's only been home twice, and he hasn't even called in half a year. I don't think most people are actually this bad, by the way, as parents. I feel like usually anime freaking over-exaggerates just how bad it is. Like, I don't know about leaving someone who's clearly in high school with 2 younger sisters alone. That's super negligence. So why is he calling now of all times? Like, I was left alone most of my school life, but... Like, my dad was still near me, right? He's not physically in my house, but I can go to him if I need to. Even though I never did.
元気にしているか？前より背は伸びたか？
Sorry, but I'm busy. Heck, 3 years ago, I'm guessing he was actually still in middle school. Apparently something happened at home.
冷たいやつね。せっかくいい知らせがあるというのに。
You know, I'm probably just overthinking. This is supposed to be a freaking comedy slash nukige, right? I shouldn't really be overanalyzing too much. But, I don't know, I feel like I can't help it. This is just the type of person I am. Good news.
実はな。お前、漫画は読むか？
Back in middle school, I did read a couple. Not like the super hardcore ones, but, you know, the popular ones, Naruto, and then like Dragon Ball, stuff like that. And also, of course, Death Note, probably my favorite manga of all time. Well, sometimes. Manga? Why is he asking about manga?
それなら話は早い。漫画なんかでよくあるだろう。主人公はモテなくてパッとしない少年なんだが、ある日突然、実は親の決めた言い名付けがいると明かされて。
I'm guessing at this point in time, this sort of thing is like the norm. Now it's isekais.
居候することになったその美少女と喧嘩したりライバルと争ったりしながらもなんだかんだで仲良くなっていく。そういう。
Well, I guess technically this counts as satire, right? The game is very self-aware at least.
そういう漫画よくあるだろ。でもって偶然お風呂覗いちゃったりパンツ見ちゃったりねしちゃったり一緒のベッドで寝たりするような漫画。
Shut the fuck up, Dad. Why do you know so much about this genre? You read that kind of stuff? Aren't you like 46 this year?
46歳だろうと10万と46歳だろうと男はラブコメ漫画を読む生き物なのだ。
I don't know about that, Dad. Which I assume doesn't have a name. That seems like a bit of a generalization. So, would you love comedy manga have to do with anything?
それなのだな。
I'm getting a bad feeling here. After a theatrical pause, my father continues.
お前にもいる。
One what?
いいなずけ。
I just can't I can't get surprised like this as you do, Shinichi. Maybe if this was my real life, I would actually scream huh like that, but I can't. Huh? That's all you're gonna get from me. A fiancé? You mean like in a manga or something? The protagonist is an unpopular and unremarkable boy, then one day, all of a sudden, he learns that he actually has a fiancé. She's really beautiful and moves into his house, and they fight and compete with various rivals but eventually grow close, and so on. A fiancé like in that sort of manga?
そうだ。さっきそう言っただろう。でもって偶然お風呂覗いちゃったりパンツ見ちゃったり胸しちゃったり一緒のベッドで寝たりするような漫画でよくあるあのいいなずけだ。
Don't worry, Dad. I'm sure it's gonna happen in the first episode. Hold on! I can't do that!
何を困ることがある。私の息子のことだ。どうせモテなくてパッとしない少年に成長しているだろうと思ってな。
How can he say that to his own son? Even if it's true.
気を利かせて結婚相手を探しておいた。
You did what? Why'd you do that without telling me?
父に感謝するがいい。美人で気立てのいい子だぞ。なあ、こっちの国の人なんだが。
She's a foreigner.
仕事の取引先の娘さんだ。
Is this by any chance a political marriage? That's not right at all. What kind of a father is he?
あ、そういえばそろそろ家に着いている頃なんじゃないか。
At the house? You mean ours?
兄ちゃん電話してないで早く。急にあんなのが家に来たの。
Ah, so that's it. No, it's a different person. It's a different person, Shinichi. I read the description. You're engaged to multiple people. So stupid. Now I understand why my sisters are panicking. And considering she's saying that thing, that's probably one of the monster girls instead of the usual, you know, human that they see. It's not really explained yet how this world actually handles monster girls too. So, do we just like live side by side or what? My fiancé or whoever must have come by. So they're freaking out because this foreign stranger showed up at the house out of nowhere.
ああ、それじゃあまたな。電話代もったいないから切るぞ。
Ah! Hold up! Dad! He hung up the phone? However expensive an international call might be, who hangs up in the middle of a conversation like this? Back in 2011, was smartphones that popular yet? I think that was probably the start of... Maybe not the first iPhone, but probably when iPhone was like booming quite fast. I don't know. Right now it's like iPhone 15, so maybe that's still iPhone 5? Maybe? Could be iPhone 4 or what, I don't know. I don't buy iPhones. I know one of my friends actually used iPhones back then, but now Android is like on par with iPhones, right? He just tells me I've got a fiancé, then hangs up without even giving a decent explanation. Somehow, it feels like Dad isn't really all that fond of me. This is the first time we've spoken in half a year. But my sisters are on the phone with him fairly regularly. I'm starting to doubt our bond here.
いいから来る
Ah, right. I don't know how much my father actually considered my side of things. But I'd be lying if I said I was completely unhappy with the situation. I have a fiancé after all. Just like that said, I really am an unpopular and unremarkable boy. Unpopular and well, a virgin. I didn't have any female friends other than Nishi. I don't know what to say, Shinichi. I'm 27 years old, almost gonna be a freaking wizard. 3 years, I'm gonna be a freaking wizard, my friend. I'm gonna learn my first fireball or some shit. And according to Dad, this girl is a foreigner and a beauty and a nice sweet girl. I can't help feeling a little hopeful. But what should I do? If she's my fiancée, then that means we'll get married? Given that I've never even dated a girl before, marriage seems like a bit of a leap. If it doesn't seem like it'll work out, maybe I can refuse. I'm not all that confident I can get along with a foreigner. Actually, where is she even from? Where's that working again?
兄ちゃんぼーっとしない
God, I'm gonna hate these two girls. It feels like they're actually here just to annoy me or get me back to reality. Ah, sorry.
兄ちゃん驚かないでねミネちゃんやだよ無理だよあんなのなんだもの兄ちゃんだって逃げちゃうもん
Okay, which monster girl is it? Run away? That thing? Ah, I see. Dad called her a beauty and a nice sweet girl. But this is my father we're talking about. It might be a lie. He's irresponsible to begin with, and this is a political marriage with the daughter of a client. Don't know if you guys heard that. There was a cat like screaming outside. Or not screaming, but like meowing pretty hard. I'm guessing there's like a cat fight or something outside. He'd probably call anybody a beauty if it would get me to marry them. What should I do? I'm suddenly not so comfortable with this. A moment ago, I was half worried and half hopeful. Now it's about 100% worry. I guess he really doesn't care about me.
兄ちゃん
Oh, sorry. Hey, the person inside, is she, you know, what kind of person is she?
どう言うって
You know, beautiful or not so much. I can't just straight up ask if she's ugly. That would be too cruel. And yet, that's pretty much what I asked. That's true.
美人
My sisters exchange a look as if to say, he sure asks some weird questions. Was it really a weird question?
美人かどうかって言えば美人かなすごい美人で綺麗とは思うけど
Super beautiful and pretty? Well then, I guess I was worried over nothing. If she's pretty, that's great. But still...
でもどうして美人かどうかなんて気になるの
Huh? Well...
変なこと気にしてないで早く来る来る
God, Yuki, you're so annoying. My sisters dragged me into the house.
とにかくすっごいのが来てるんだから
Oh, I guess all of them are already here.
だから
Hold on, my heart isn't ready. They dragged me down the short hallway to the living room. And there...
新一か
There she is. Damn, those are some big bazookas. I guess that's her tail there at the back. I was actually trying to look at where that was joining with her body. It's either a tail or that's something that's housing that shadow-looking eyeball thing. My fiancé from a foreign land.
待ちかねたぞ何時が新一であるな
I feel like she has a really weird nose. But maybe that's just me. Huh? 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 I can't do that, Shinichi. You're just gonna have to deal with my huh? Just as my sisters and father said, the woman standing there is indeed a beauty. Very pretty, yeah. And she's also... How should I put this? Ah! Not a human being. Okay, she's a Lamia. I actually thought she was a freaking succubus, but... I did not know she's a Lamia. What? Yeah, I'm just gonna say that, Shinichi. I can't do these, man. I'm not that type of person who does this. Dad said on the phone that she was a foreigner, but that was a lie. After all, a foreigner is from another country, but still human. This is not a human, Homo sapiens. Definitely not. She's not foreign to this country. She's foreign to humanity itself.
聞くがよい。
Says the non-Homo sapiens.
我こそはナーディウス12世。ゴルゴネイオン朝複合地平帝国帝位継承権第1位にして100万の魔物を率いる大魔道。そしてミクリア真一。汝を婿とする女である。
I, Shinichi Mikuriya, was an ordinary young man. A normal student in a normal town, not unusual in any way. And unpopular to boot, with no luck with women. But, that's all over now. Naudius? Crown Princess Naudius, heir apparent of the Gorgonian... Gorgonian? That's very weird. Empire of the Demiurgus. This meeting will transform my life. In an utterly abnormal way.
ミクリア真一。我が花婿よ。世のことは気軽にナージャと呼ぶがよい。
What is that thing? Is there gonna be an opening? Yup. I'm gonna be quiet now. Oh, they didn't translate this. I guess back then they weren't able to translate like, well, they were able to, but they were too lazy to probably translate all the text in video format. Because you need to manually edit those and clean those up. Oh, I thought that was actually a normal person, but that's a centaur. Okay, that's a spider girl, but those two twins kind of look like normal girls. I think I have to censor some of those for people on YouTube. Yep, clearly, because they actually put in 8 scenes in the opening. This is for sure a nukige. My god. Whoa, 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 calm down there. What's with that giant thing that was like masturbating to a building? What the fuck? I mean, it's not like it was a spoiler, but we did saw her, like, kid form, and that was clearly the Lamia. Alright, so is each chapter gonna introduce us to one girl? I thought everyone was gonna be introduced in the first chapter, a la, you know, typical anime fashion. But maybe then again, not all animes do that. So, what the hell is going on?
だから言い名付けだ。そう言っただろう。仕事の取引先の娘さんでな。お婿さんを世話したら契約してもいいとおっしゃるから。
Who the heck are you working with? And where? This is all kinds of screwed up. What? What kind of client has a daughter like this?
待ってお 大事な話であるのだろう。
Yeah, she has a pretty pointy nose. And she brought some strange life form along as well. What kind of creature is that eyeball?
なんだ、そっか。いいなずけか。びっくりしたよね。犬置たちったらてっきりね。
What did you really think?
ファンタジー的なあれかと。
Ah. The twins are being evasive in front of Naja, but probably something is code for a monster. I thought you were a monster out of fantasy. That's probably what she wants to say. I don't blame her. That's what I thought too. Wait. Actually, that's completely accurate. She really is a fantasy something, isn't she? This means Dad is dealing with fantastic Fantastic? I think that's supposed to be fantastical. Something clients as well, doesn't it?
でも、父さんの取引先の娘さんなら安心だ。ね
Why the hell not? These two are way too adaptable. It's much too soon to be relieved.
他に何か聞きたいことは？
Yes, of course. I've got nothing but questions. I don't know where to start.
おっと、すまん。今忙しいから電話切るな。
He hung up again? Man, I'm gonna hate you so much, Dad, but you're probably not gonna be in this story for much longer. You're probably gonna be forgotten after this scene. Hold on! What the hell? What's more important than my situation right now? A normal father wouldn't behave like this. It's not how you behave when you're forcing your son into a political marriage. And it's not how you behave when a monster shows up at your house. My father's always been a little weird, but this time he's gone too far.
ボーレバーよ。そういうことを言うものではない。
She calls it Baya, like it's an old servant who's been with her since childhood. Is it her nanny or something?
ここは異国の地。多少の比例は多めに見よ。
Chief of Staff.
あれ、なんて言ってるのかな。なんだろう。わかんないけど、多分遠くからわざわざ客が来たのに、お茶も出さずに携帯で話してるなんて失礼じゃないかって。それをもっと物騒な感じで言ってる気がする。戦争だとか、皆殺しだとか、そんな感じの。
Okay. That's oddly specific, thank you.
さっきお茶入れるから勇気はお菓子の用意。日本人のもてなしの心を見せるのよ。You have control.
What the heck is this?
ほれ、新一。リタとの話は終わったか？
Plank. Oh, she means my phone. Yes, I'm finished. Forgive me for making you wait. Naughtius the 12th. The 12th? I guess I'm just gonna call her Naughtius. A princess from the Gorgonian Empire, a country I've never heard of. My fiancée, with horns on her head and the lower body of a snake. She looks at my face and smiles. At least, I think that's a smile. A small fang peeks out from behind her lips. And rattle, rattle, she makes a sound with the tip of her tail. I'm probably not gonna, like, say that word anymore. Yeah. I was wondering what that noise was, but I guess it's her tail. It's probably expressing some kind of emotion. As for what that emotion is, I have no idea. Is she laughing? Or maybe angry? Maybe this rattle is the sound she makes when she's spotted prey.
新一。何時に会う日を待ちわびたぞ。
That's very kind. She smiles again, I think. The expression with the fangs peeking out. Her voice is pretty familiar. I'm guessing she probably is a pretty big voice actor nowadays. I guess I'll have to take a look at who voices Nadia here. Or Naja, she wants me to call her Naja. I think she's being friendly, but even so, I'm scared. I can't help it. Look at her. Even if she were an ordinary foreigner, I'd be a bit nervous speaking with her. But in this case, I'm way more nervous than that. I mean, she's half snake. She's got bat wings and twisted horns. Her eyes have vertical pupils and a golden shine. She's a terrifying monster. Just being in the same room with her without pissing my pants, I might be more courageous than I thought. I don't know, man, Shinichi. Or am I just paralyzed by the shock? Ah, but it's just like my sister said. I guess she really is pretty. A real beauty. Well, maybe you have to be human to qualify as a beauty, but she's certainly beautiful. A sculpted face and luscious hair, curvy hips and white skin. All of them on the level of a movie star or a fashion model. She's probably the most beautiful person I've ever seen in real life. And on top of that, she has huge tits. Too big for my liking. But yes, those are huge. Big and round and apparently immune to the pull of gravity. True, true. That is actually very strange. Damn you, anime. Just the absolute tits. Those tits definitely come from a fantasy world. Literally. Wow. As expected of a foreigner. For a moment, I'm fascinated. But then... the sound of her tail brings me back to my senses, reminding me that she's not human.
ああ、そうであるな。新一は今、世の美貌に見とれておった。
Can she like mind read? That toothy smile and rattling sound. It seems louder than before, and faster too.
ちぶさも見ていたであろう。人間種はちぶさが好きらしいからな。
That's not... She saw right through my staring. I look away blushing.
顔が赤くなった。それは照れておるのだろう。留守番しておる間、この家にあった書物で読んだ。
Oh, she's done? Okay. Looking closely, I spot quite a bit of a manga strewn across the floor. Those must be the books she meant. She must have been reading them while my sisters went out to get me.
だが、照れる必要はないぞ。新一は世の夫となる男だ。ちぶさくらいは好きに見るがよい。
But I'm so not comfortable staring openly at them. And well, I didn't look away just because I was blushing. Referring to humans and making it clear that she learned about us from books. It reminded me that this person is something other than human. It really is a bit scary. She's beautiful without a doubt, but two feelings are warring in my head. Nadia-san.
なあじゃと呼べ。かしこまるな。敬語も不要。
But
か、ま、わ、む。
then, Nadia-san. Huh? The rattling stopped. And also... she seems kind of displeased.
よく聞け。
A different sound?
なあじゃだ。言ってみよ。
Nadia.
それでよい。
I guess she is a princess. I think she said she was, right? No one says that other than like people who definitely have status, the heir of blah blah blah. I guess she doesn't want me to be too polite. I get the message. Her expression was angry, and that was not a happy rattle. It stopped when I called her Nadia, but even so, she still doesn't look entirely happy. Why is that?
お茶ですよすよ
Yeah, sometimes I dislike situations like this where clearly something is up, but then there would be other people that would break the atmosphere, and so that the MC actually gets saved from that awkward situation. Instead of the MC actually trying to diffuse the situation himself, right? The situation diffuses itself via external factors. I really hate that in anime. Because we're actually trying to find out the reason why she's angry, but it's probably gonna get postponed.
あれなんか不機嫌っぽい。あいよね。兄ちゃんさては何か失礼なことやらかしたんでしょう。兄ちゃんのエロスメン。
God, I hate you, Yuki. Why? Why assume it was something sexual? And why men? There's only one of me. I didn't do anything.
本当に？なんて言ってんだろう。勇気わかる？多分だけど。
I've been wondering for a while what that thing is. And also whether Yuki really understand what it's saying. Or is she just making stuff up? How do you understand it?
だって勇気って英検4級だもん。このくらいわかるでしょ。
You're stupid, Saki. What does that have to do with anything?
ボディーランゲージというかニュアンスだから多分勘なんだけど多分
God, I hate you, Yuki.
言い名付けなのに他人行儀だから機嫌悪くしたんだってそう言ったんだと思うよ。
Ah, it seems she really does understand. My little sister ain't half bad. That English test ain't bad either. I'll have to take it myself. This game is gonna make me lose brain cells. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose brain cells trying to like think too seriously playing this game.
兄ちゃん失礼じゃないの。せっかく外国から来てくれたのに。
Not around our world. I've never heard of any country on Earth populated by half-snake people.
とにかくほらお茶が入ったからどうぞくつろいでくださいね。
After that, my sisters get mad at me for being rude to our guests and giving them a bad image of Japan. Well, we got our answer, but I still didn't like how they changed the atmosphere like that. But was it really my fault? However you look at it, was it my reaction normal? Considering the circumstances, I would even say I handled things pretty politely. Yeah, I'd say you did. She just had big expectations. You know, she probably still remembers you when you were a kid. For that matter, the Sioux left her alone to come get me, didn't they? They're not in any position to scold me. In any case...
うまい。
でしょ
Naja's mood seems a bit better. Sitting coiled in front of the tea table, she slowly sips the tea my sisters prepared. Watching a half-snake, half-human woman sipping Japanese tea is, well, a somewhat surreal scene.
お菓子もどうぞ。
Ah, now she's having some dorayaki. Japanese tea cakes don't really suit her either. Oh, I thought she was done. Sorry about that.
いいや、構わない。
A fantasy monster princess chowing down on Japanese sweets. Come on, you two. Be considerate.
何が？
Like, all kinds of things. Look at this picture. The scene is straight out of surrealist comedy sketch. Out of a...
でも喜んでるみたいだよ。
There's the rattle again. This one means she's happy. I think. Probably. I mean, I couldn't tell the difference on that second one when you said she was angry. Is that how it is? Well, as long as she's happy. Did she say umai yet? I was actually waiting this time.
よかった。 するように。
Okay, okay, I get it.
ねえねえ、ナージャさん。
さんはいらぬ。ナージャでよい。
そんじゃナージャ、
My little sister knows no fear.
ナージャってどこの国から来たの？そうそう、それユウキも聞きたかったの。外国ってどの外国？アメリカ？
Unlike that anime where, like, clearly, like humans and monsters were living together, this is actually, like, the main character actually doesn't even know that monsters exist. Me personally, I feel like it's a lot easier to merge the world if you do have a coexistence with the monsters. It would be pretty interesting what happens. Like, the anime I was watching was like that, and it was pretty interesting. Because he kept getting, like, monsters to help out in his house because I think he was, like, helping them out or something? Or it was, like, some sort of preservation. I forgot what the situation was, but he kept getting more monsters into his house. To Yuki, it seems that overseas normally means America. My little sister has no imagination. Or rather, that's totally out of the question. Look at her lower body. No American looks like that. Or do they? Or do they?
ゴルゴネイオン朝複合地平帝国である。国の名なら先ほども言ったである。
Well, you mentioned the name. The question is, where is it?
ゴル、それってどこ？飛行機で何時間くらい？アメリカの近く？
How could it be near America? Why are you so obsessed with America? Logically speaking, there's no way it's anywhere near America.
複合地平帝国なのだからデミウルゴスに決まっておろう。飛行機とやらでなくラダーで来
She said ladder, didn't she?
た。アメリカの近くと言えぬことも。
Shut the fuck up, you don't know what the hell America is.
ほらほら、やっぱり。
No, that's a lie! There's no way it's near America!
はは、つまり異世界の国なんだ。
2011 and isekais. Were they that prevalent back in 2011? I don't think not so much yet. Yeah, 2012 was when SAO came out, and SAO was technically not really an isekai. But I do think back when SAO came out, that was also during the time when, like, isekais got super popular.
まあ大体そんなところでやる。
See? It's nowhere near America. But we've got bigger problems than that. There's so much wrong with this, I don't know where to start. Still, I see. So she came from another world. I see. Another world, huh? I see. Why are we fading to black? Did we, like, sleep or did we get hypnotized? It strikes me. Isn't the second hand on our clock a bit too loud? I've never noticed before, but it's really quite noisy. Whoa! That was a surprise. Oh, okay. I guess the isekai thing, like, made him kind of daze, you know? Made him kind of want to run away from reality. Ah, no. I'm not escaping. I'm just commenting on it.
わかるよ、わかるけど、今は正面を見なきゃダメ。ちゃんと問題と向き合うの。
Come now. That's ridiculous. I don't have even one problem that needs facing.
ある、これ。
新地。
What?
どうした？改まって大きな声で。
Well...
現実逃避の最中にナーザ見たからびっくりしたんでしょ？
I'm not gonna lie, I was half expecting us to be hypnotized and then everyone else would be asleep, and then we would suddenly be in the bed, like with her, like trying to eat us or some shit. Maybe I played too much Monster Girl Quest. I actually expect that she would try to devour us or some shit. No joke.
ほら、やっぱり現実逃避してた。
Maybe just like what the game said though, this is supposed to be a love comedy. Ah! Okay, maybe I was. A little. I was wondering why there's a cosplayer in our house.
兄ちゃん、まだ逃避してる。
Okay, I can deny. That was pretty good, Shinichi.
コスプレイヤーじゃないよ。異世界から来た魔女だよ。兄ちゃんの言い名付けだよ。
Ah! Shut up! Shut up! I know that. It's not like I have amnesia. It was just so sudden that I couldn't accept it as real. What should I do?
どうした新一？不安そうな顔をしているぞ。
Is that the worried rattle? There's the tail rattle again. That one was scary too. Just like a rattlesnake. A glance at the tail making sounds as it shakes back and forth reminds me that her appearance isn't cosplay. It's much too natural. Even if it were a fake, anybody who would make something this good just to fool me would be scary enough as is. It's the real thing. What to do? This Naja girl really is a human with the lower body of a snake and the wings of a bat. A something out of a fantasy novel. Well, also the horns of probably a demon or something. So she's more a chimera than just a Lamia. But the more prevalent part of her body is clearly the bottom part. It makes me want to pass out again. If she were just a foreign woman, I'm sure I wouldn't feel this way. There are eccentric people everywhere. Though Naja's personality is a bit weird, somebody this pretty could get away with most anything. But this person is not a human. She's a monster that's beyond my tolerance level. To be perfectly honest, I don't want to marry her. Well, I guess this is one way to make the protagonist not want to just straight up have sex with these girls. Okay. I don't want to get close to her. Why am I engaged to her?
どうした？膝がガクガクしているぞ。
I'm fine. I'm fine. And then, a moment later... What the hell is a chicken here? I hear an unbelievable sound. The squawk of a chicken. Why? Was there a live chicken in our house? Or is it a chicken-like being from another world?
じゃがしら、おやつである。もらってばかりでは悪いのでな。こちらのドラ焼きのようなものである。
You know, Well, I guess we can probably chop it up and eat it. This is like the freshest we can get chicken after all, but we have to defeather it. That's probably super annoying. No, a chicken is a chicken!
おやつであるから1羽でよかろう。さあ、新一から順に。
Well, I personally cut my own, like, meat, so I wouldn't mind actually butchering this chicken. But the average person probably buy their meat packaged, right? I can start... What?
食べよ。ガブッと頭から。
Okay, now you're going too far. I wouldn't do that. I'd kill it and then debone it and stuff like that, but I wouldn't just eat this. Excuse me?
英国式のおやつなんだよきっと。ほら、ナージャってちょっとヘビっぽいし。
50% of her is a snake. 50% is not a little. If you're rounding up, it's all of her.
失礼があったらいけないよ。兄ちゃん食べて、ガブッと頭から。
No, this is the perfect time to actually just bring the butcher's knife, kill it, cook it, and make her some karage or some shit.
ほら、ガブ。
But I guess the MC is not gonna be like, you know, he's not gonna go that route. Because clearly these two little sisters are not helping. I can't do it!
どうした？意外と小食なのだな。
No, that's not the problem here. Yeah, if we were to actually cut the chicken up and serve her karage, it even teach her some culture about humans. So the perfect chance. But I'm being way too logical. This game doesn't want logic.
食べぬようだからしまっておけ。
And then she turns and throws the live chicken at Nanny Eyeball. Then good Nanny seems to puff up for a moment and then, somehow or other, absorbs it into her body. Huh. I guess she's like a freaking Doraemon, like, pouch. That's probably where the chicken came from, too. My head hurts. I rest my elbows on the table and cradle my head. I see. So I guess Naja eats stuff like that all the time. A fiancé who gulps down live chickens. Why did this happen? Hey, you can't say that, Shinichi. I know Japan actually eats raw chicken. There is chicken sashimi in Japan. And there's horse sashimi, Shinichi. Don't say there's no stuff like that in Japan, man. You guys also eat some crazy shit, my friend.
そうだよ。テーブルには肘ついちゃいけないよ。いつも自分で言ってるくせに。
Be quiet. I don't care about ordinary etiquette. I don't have time to worry about that. I really don't want to get married.
ねえねえなあじゃあそういやさ。
Already on a first name basis, huh? She really is fearless.
ナージャの国ってどんなところなの？勇気もそれ知りたい。
I'd like to know as well. Is everybody in that country either a half snake or an eyeball? And what the heck is my dad selling?
よかろう。それではヨが直々に説明してやろう。ではバーや。
Is this gonna be like VR or some shit? The black ball floating by Naja's side suddenly projects light from her eyeball onto the wall of the house. Okay, so just a projector. She sure is handy. Or is that some kind of magic? Is it really a she? Well, Baya doesn't sound male.
こちらの国ではプロジェクターというのであろう。本当はフリップとやらで説明しようと思ったのだが、ことのほか作るのが難しく。
That's fine. Please go ahead and explain. Yeah, they're probably not even gonna go into detail about the whole magic thing that they can do. And so the explanation begins, accompanied by changing slides from the black ball.
これが我が帝国ゴルゴネイオン朝複合地平帝国である。我が母にしてゴルゴネイオン皇帝タケキスキルラーリウス11世の治める領土は南はレベ川から北は極寒まで面積にして9億前後。
So her mom's a dragon. So what, does she have some sort of dragon features too? Maybe it's the horns.
軍団数701、兵の数ならば200万よ。価値のものまで全てが魔物。今この瞬間も他の世界を征服接続し半島を拡大し続けておる。そんな偉大な国家であるのだ。
A militaristic empire, in other words. And worse, it seems like a nasty one. In terms of good and evil, it's definitely closer to the latter.
おりゃあ失礼のないようにしなきゃね。もう早くいいお茶出しとけばよかったかも。
Yes, indeed. I didn't realize what a violent country she was from. I don't know. I really feel less and less like marrying her.
どうした？寒いのか？震えているぞ。
いやそのねえ。
Right.
急にどうした？おかしなやつらめ。ああ、なるほど。我が帝国軍の陣容を見て怖がっているのだな。だが安心せよ。
そうなの？
帝位第一位継承者である世の夫の故郷だ。侵略などするものか。 それに我が帝国の軍人は礼儀を重んじる。よほどの無礼がなくば他国を攻め滅ぼしたりはせぬ。
Okay. I guess you just retaliate. I don't know about that, though. Someone who's just retaliating wouldn't have 2 million soldiers.
だから安心するがよい。
わかった。
Then again, America probably spends a lot of their like government money on like military, right? And they aren't really attacking anyone right now. They're like just bolstering their defense. So I guess that's why Yuki was kind of comparing this to America or some shit. Maybe that they're trying to reference it in some way, in a clever way. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
みくり上げ作戦タイム。兄ちゃんの勇気こっち早く。
All right. Mikuria family huddle time.
どうする？兄ちゃんと結婚しないと侵略するって言ってるよ。
Actually, she said, "This is the homeland of my husband, and I am the heir to the throne. We wouldn't invade you, didn't she?"
それに失礼があったら滅亡させるって言ってた。
Actually, she said they don't destroy other countries without major provocation, didn't she?
今までは兄ちゃんの困る顔見て楽しんでよって思ってたけど、これって遊んでる場合じゃないよね。
So they were playing around. Even though I was going to have to marry a snake girl.
これは本腰入れてどうにかしなきゃね。かしなきゃね。
Do something? You mean you'll help me out? I don't want to marry her. What cold little sisters I have.
言われてみればそうやもしれない。
So what rattle is that now? Another new kind of rattle. This one is delicate and anxious. How the fuck do you know that?
新一よ、世の気のせいやもしれぬのだが、
What is it?
なんちもしかして困っておるのか。世を妻にするのが嫌。
Well, you know, to be honest,
そんなことないよ。嬉しいよ。
who's talking?
こんな巨乳の言い名付けだなんて僕は幸せ者だな。
Clearly they don't sound anything like me, but okay. You don't buy this, do you?
おお、そうでやったか。
God, you're stupid. What is this, you two? When did you learn to do that? Personally, I don't think it sounds like me. But since Naja seems to be fooled, it's probably fairly accurate. Wait! Don't be fooled, Naja! You're supposed to be a monster! They're just kids!
そうだよね。よかったよね、兄ちゃん。そうだよ。よかったんだよ。おめでとう。
What is this? What's so good about this? At least give me someone who's not like with big bazookas, if they're monster girls.
兄ちゃん、ごめん。でもこれが地球の平和のためなの。
I don't care about the peace on Earth. I care about my own sense of peace. Come on, what's good about this?
だからこれでしつこいまゆこちゃんにもう関わらなくていいんだよ。よかったじゃない。
That's true.
そうそう。
Hmm? Why would they bring up Nishi?
兄ちゃんまゆこちゃんのことすぐ絡んできて困るって言ってたじゃない。でも結婚しちゃえばもう大丈夫だよ。
Really? I don't see what my getting married has to do with her at all.
って何それ。どうしてまゆこちゃんの話に？
I guess Saki doesn't know about, I guess Yuki is a lot more perceptive with like love and shit. Look, even Saki is confused.
だからまゆこちゃんってあれじゃない。兄ちゃんのこと。でもだからって。
What on earth is this about?
というわけわかったなるほどそうなのよまゆこちゃんってば素直じゃないからね厄介なのめんどいなの
Yes, she actually is. Azaikyousuke? They actually already made it. Oh, no. The localization for this is 2017. Hey, don't talk like that. You're getting along so well. Just this morning.
兄ちゃんがそう愚痴ってたんだよそうだよ兄ちゃんの愚痴だよ
I don't remember ever being that mean to her. Anyway, that's just a figure of speech. Which is true. I've never really thought of Nishi as unpleasant. Well, not really. Though I might have complained about her more than a few times. She asked you I guess she didn't ask her. She forced you to wear freaking women's clothing? That doesn't make you unpleasant? I don't know, you gotta be some sort of saint to be able to think that. I've known her for a long time, but we don't always get along, and she sometimes scolds me for reasons I don't understand. But even so...
今まで喧嘩ばっかりしてたけどもう大丈夫になるよルヤ
Hey now, what is this?
新一
Huh? What?
まゆこちゃんと言ったかそやつは何者であるのか
Eh? Alarm bells are ringing in my head. Probably better not to tell her about Nishi. Naja's tail is rattling much louder. A disgruntled, frightening sound. I'd better be careful. But sadly, that thought is only in my head. Not in Yuki's or Saki's. They go ahead and step on a landmine, but I'm the one who gets blown up.
兄ちゃんの幼馴染だよ
I don't think that's actually something that you should, like, hide from her.
みだよ
幼なじみ
いつもね一緒に投稿してるのルナ
These two! Is that supposed to be like an angry, super angry, like a seething rattle? Ah, there it goes again.
幼なじみというのはこの家の書物で見たぞ世がめとってやろうというのに汝は幼なじみなんぞを作っていたのか
Well, this one I can kind of see it's angry. Whoa! I can't see it! I can't see the tip of that rattling tail. Naja's really mad. It's only been about 30 minutes since we met, but that's enough for me to tell that's an extremely angry sound. No! It's not like that! You're misunderstanding. Childhood friends aren't something you make. They're like, from the beginning or... In any case, I did nothing wrong!
うわ最低の言い訳
Yeah, I don't think that was a good excuse, to be honest.
僕は悪くないはないよね
Usually that's what people say when they're clearly in the wrong, but yeah. Shut up! I really didn't!
分かっておる新一は悪くない
Whew. I guess I got through to her.
その幼なじみというのは近所に住んでいてすぐに口論をするのであろう
Yeah, actually, she does that a lot.
昼食を作ってきて汝のためではない
What?
するか
Oh my god. I guess this girl reads manga in the isekai world, not just when she was just here. Actually, she did that today.
そうであるかこの家の書物に書かれていた通りだならば
This is so stupid.
ならば殺すマヤマユコちゃんとやらを探したぜ戦の支度だ
Wait! What are you planning to do?
決まっておる邪魔だから殺す
I like how epic this music has suddenly became. Ah! Wait! Hold on! For just an instant, not just snake eyes flash. The muscles in my back are frozen. No, not just the muscles, but the nerves themselves. What was that? Don't glare at me. It's scary. I couldn't move for a second there.
我らゴルゴネイオン王子の夫は魔力の眼光を放つ。彼女の者どもはじゃが
Let me actually lower the music a tiny bit. This is pretty loud. Okay, this should be good. I like the music, but it is pretty loud there.
黄金の輝きと万能の魔力。あらゆる地平のいかなる生きとし生ける。このさあ、
Oh, sorry about that.
答えよ新一。何故世の邪魔をするのだ。
The evil eye again? Ah! I'm telling you, me and Nishi aren't in any relationship.
わかるの。
それ、二人も奉納して。
God, I hate these little sisters. I really hope we don't bang them in some joke route or something. Please! Please, dear God. Don't do it. Stop meddling! I'm not even lying. Nishi and I really aren't in a relationship.
なる。やはりその幼馴染とはただならぬ関係であるのだな。書物のように運動具倉庫や両親が留守の日の自室で交尾をしたのであろう。
What sort of freaking smut dojins were you reading? Holy shit, calm down. We didn't have intercourse. What kind of books did you read? Arrow manga? But I don't even own any. So it was you? Or no?
兄ちゃん、勇気じゃないよ。
Both of them? Anyway, I'm not in any relationship with Nishi.
兄ちゃん、結婚前に女性関係は清算しておいた方がいいんじゃ。じゃあ。
Butt out! Man, these little sisters.
それならばよい。しかし念のためで血を殺しておくべき。
Stop it! Did he already say boo boo yet?
バーヤどうした
I didn't hear her say it the first time.
そうな。わかったわかった。母上の顔には泥は塗らぬ。無駄には血で汚さぬ。それでよかろう。
It seems this eyeball nanny convinced her to stop. I'm sorry I thought you were weird, eyeball nanny. I'm grateful to you for taking the heat off Nishi.
だが新一の身辺に妙な虫が湧いているとはな。これは早急に手を打たねばならぬ。
Yeah, I think the HCN is gonna come soon. That's what you mean by act quickly, right? Insects.
まず手始めに余は今日からこの家に住む。みくりや父からも了解を取り付けておる。よもや異論はあるまいの。
Eh? I can't say a word. Living with these monsters, and with marriage on the horizon, I don't think I can take it. I don't feel so good.
なんといかん、我が夫が体調不良とは。バーや中魔法師どもを呼べ。それと薬を。マンドラゴラとサラマンドラをすりつぶし競争薬を作るのだ。
No, that's alright. I don't need it. Don't worry. If I sleep, that's right. If I sleep, I'll feel better.
そうであるか。本当に心配いらんのか。
Yeah. Good night then. I'm going to my room. Sleep well. Fuck these two.
しょうがないよ。心の準備ができてないのに結婚なんて。
Fuck, now you say that, Yuki.
でも兄ちゃん、どうなっちゃうのかな。
These two are evil. They're clearly enjoying this, these two shitheads. Ah! I can't handle facing that monster again. Ah! Oh god, do something! Anything! Save me! I can't take any more of this! Anyway, I'd better sleep. I need to sleep. I sink straight into my bed. It's still early evening, but I'm exhausted and in a bad mood. You know, I can kind of relate to Shinichi's feelings here. In a normal situation, I think this is probably what most average people would feel. But people clearly who play this game just for the sex scenes would probably be like, come on, dude! She got big titties! And would probably be frustrated that he's not banging him right this second. Or banging her, sorry, not him. And on top of that, I like how those books are looking. Like, I don't know what type of volume of books those are, but I really like it when each volume is actually like a piece of something when you put them together. It's pretty nice. If I don't sleep, she might realize I was lying. I wonder what would happen to me then. Japan might be invaded by a militaristic fantasy country. And also...
本当に心配いらんのか。
I don't want to worry her too much. At that moment, Naja was, just a little, I don't know. Nope, I don't feel it, Shinichi. Just a little, well, kind of. No, I'm going to sleep. Whatever. That's right, this is a nightmare. It has to be. Tomorrow will be fine. I'm still screaming as I turn out the light. This is our first H scene? Oh my god. Ugh! Heavy!
新一。
I think so. Eh? Ah! Patreon.com says Azaikyousuke. What did I say? This is a nukige, damn you! We got our first H scene on the first episode. People on YouTube, you guys won't be seeing this. People on Patreon, I will be voice acting this and see how this will go. She's a monster with the lower body of a snake. She turned me to stone and drugged me, and then forcibly gave me a blowjob. And yet my heart is still thumping. It's almost as though... No, it's excitement. It's instinct. It's lust, Shinichi, okay? It's not love. Are we good? Okay, I think this is actually gonna be where I stop this current recording session. This is gonna be where I stop the episode. So for people on YouTube, you guys did not see that, but you guys probably saw the last narration that Shinichi did. But yeah, we just got a blowjob from Naja. And the H scene was actually hilarious. This is my type of H scene. It's not sexy in any way. It's comedic. Which is what I like when it comes to H scenes. So far, I'll probably keep voice acting these H scene. And the pacing is actually not that bad. It's mostly story and then one H scene for the 2 hours that I recorded. So if it keeps doing this, like an episode is one H scene and at the end, that's actually going to be perfect. But I guess we'll see. As time goes on, especially once we get into a locked into a route, there's probably going to be more H scenes in a single episode. But for now, this was pretty concise, right? I mean, I wouldn't say it's concise, but it has a lot of just filler dialogue, but it's still dialogue nonetheless. But with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Hope you guys enjoyed Princess X. I'm enjoying it so far, even though it's pretty stupid, but it's interesting. It's something that I would usually play definitely for more of a like a guilty pleasure than something serious that I would usually do on a Let's Play. But hey, I'm still voice acting it and giving my thoughts as if this is a serious playthrough, and to me, that's actually still very enjoyable. And yeah, what do I usually say again? Give this video a like if you guys like it, sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will get early access and also everything uncensored. And also, if you guys are on YouTube and not on Patreon yet, this first episode will be on Patreon for free members. So go visit Patreon, become a free member, go to the collections, and that's gonna be where I post the first episode previews for Princess X and future playthroughs. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.